So Gimme Field is an all-in-one service app for vending, markets, and OCS drivers. It allows drivers to quickly and efficiently inventory their markets and machines with a beautiful, clean interface. So the way we handle a market and a vending machine are very similar. There's 5 mandatory steps, and we can go through them. This is a vending machine. It's a snack machine back at our office in Atlanta. So we're going to look at our first step, which is adding products. Super clean, super simple. We can either take a pick sheet from a pre-kit system, or we can go ahead and use predictive technology, or you can compare directly against par. So right now we're going to verify that our pick sheet is accurate. As long as what's in your tote is correct, go ahead and put it in the machine. If you need to make adjustments, tap change. You can either use a Bluetooth scanner to scan in product, you can make an adjustment with a plus or minus, or go ahead and open it up and you get a full keyboard. Next step in the process is our inventory. For us, inventory is going to be a little different. We're using a rolling spot check. It's variable. You can expand it as wide as you want. We can go from one problem product to pushing a full inventory on the machine or market. Right now I've got one because you do have to address every product to complete the step. So we're going to say that we have 3 units. We've got 2 check marks. We've finished 2 steps. We're on to the 3rd. Waste product is pretty self-explanatory. Pull it off the shelf, scan out your product, and it drops right here. Collect money. We want that accountability. You go ahead and put your cash bag number in. As soon as the visit synced, that cash bag number is tied to the visit in the VMS and visible back at the warehouse. So we're going to say it's 555, like a movie area code. The last bit is change and refunds. Doesn't happen much in markets, but for a vending machine, we're going to go ahead and say we had a little bit, $5 in change, and we paid out $2 in refunds. So we've completed all 5 steps. Now you have an optional. You can ask for a photo for accountability purposes, either to show that the market's been filled quickly and cleanly, or that there's a window broken out and you need to report it back to the warehouse. Once we've completed all 5 steps, we can take a look at our planogram, verify that everything's correct. You'll always have full color product images. And then head back to your schedule. As long as you've got a green check, your visit's complete, it's been communicated back to the VMS, and you're ready to go.
All right, so I am Matt Harlos, Director of Marketing and Design for Gimme, and I'm going to be giving a quick run through of the Gimme Field app, specifically the auto drive functionality. So the Gimme Field app was built with vending and markets operators in mind. We built this thing from the ground up using their help to create the most effective and fastest tool that we possibly could. That is going to be a tool for speed, accuracy, and mobility first on a cellular-enabled device so that you're always connected when you're servicing your POSs. So let's run through and take a look at a micromarket. We build an action-based interface that runs through essentially a to-do list for your drivers, to where they're going to be able to run step by step to make sure they don't miss a single thing within that micromarket or vending machine. Specifically, this one here is a micromarket, but the inventory process we found was really slow on a lot of the current product offerings, and we decided to speed that up. We actually advertise inventory twice as fast, literally cut down an hour inventory time to half an hour with our market system, which is going to let you go through and do everything from adding products like you would traditionally, which is all based on your pick list. Traditionally, we use Lightspeed software. It generates on that automatically. This is much more of a verification process that your picks are correct, or altering it live in the field as you need to, depending on what's actually there at the market. Once you've added your product, you're able to go back and see that it's now checked off and good to go. Next, we're going to move to spot checks. Spot checks are something new that we've decided to do. We've eliminated in a lot of ways the full inventory. It takes time, it slows your drivers down, and it also, we found, reduces accuracy because you get a little sloppy as you go through a couple hundred items. So spot checking uses our intelligent algorithms to find the problem items that need to be checked more often and that often flag up as being an issue. It could be things that stock out regularly, things that aren't selling enough, stuff that you need to keep an eye on. So what you do is you go in and essentially verify. See the little question mark there that's saying we aren't quite sure what's there because this one fluctuates a lot. But now you can go in and give a verification count on how much is there and what needs to be done. So you've now check that off, it's done. You go back, and we're sitting green on there. Now you're gonna move through traditionally following the steps. You're wasting your products now. Anything that's gone bad, traditionally fresh food items that go bad a lot more recently, you're gonna be exiting those out, wasting them, getting rid of them, and from here it'll all be scan based. There's no prediction on what's gonna be going out there. But we integrate with the Bluetooth scanner, so you can actually just scan the item and put in the number of amount. Or you can actually search. So you can just say, you need to take out a few of these. So your drivers have visual cues to reference exactly what they're wasting. On a money collect, you can enter the cash bag number, which will be paired with, be verified in the cash room when that money is counted. Or if you're not collecting, it's as simple as no collect. Then you move through on change and refund, and again, you go through this process. If there's nothing there, you don't have to take any action. And you can even go so far as checking or unchecking these items on the list itself. It'll even run the count of how long you were at that micro market, so you know if you're saving time. Finally, you can do photo verification to make sure that everything is looking the way that it's supposed to look. All within the app. You take that photo, and it is immediately going to be uploaded to our cloud systems for you to view live. Now looking at the AutoDrive system, it is a video interface that lets you record a micro market or vending machine holding at certain angles to see the depth of product going back. And AutoDrive will then pick up, it'll scan those products. Once you start your recording process, you will hold the iPad or iPhone as you go through, and you would just scan through your rows of products, and it'll detect the depth going back and save those videos and upload them to our cloud system. When that gets uploaded to us, that's when we do all the real work. From the user's point of view, all they're doing is taking a video within a set of parameters that we assign you. But for us, we then scan those products, detect their labeling, know what it is, see the depth going back to count how many there are, and then enter that inventory data into your system. AutoDrive, we have found, can inventory a vending machine in 60 seconds and a micro market on average in 7 minutes, depending on the size of the market. So it drastically reduces the time spent and lets you hit more machines, more markets on a route, or frees up your driver to spend time building your brand, talking about you as a company, and building relationships with your clients. And even doing extra things like just making sure your area is clean, facing products, and just making everything look nice. So that is the Gimme Field app, moving through the whole system. And that works on any iOS device. It is fully mobile, and it is built to work perfectly with our VMS. All that data goes right back to that VMS, which we just released a couple of days ago.
I'm Colleen Callahan, and I'm the Director of Operations at Gimme Vending. And we just recently announced that we're making a VMS. And today I'm going to show you just a little bit about it and why we decided to make it. So we wanted to make the VMS with the operator in mind, and also allow people to take control of the data that belongs to them. So here you can see the main dashboard screen. That's going to be the 40,000-foot view of your warehouse operation. You can select routes, customers, and divisions if you have a multi-warehouse operation. You can really drill down and see where your drivers are and how well they're doing throughout their day, tracking all of those good metrics that you should be able to have time to do at your operation. The Gimme VMS works directly with our Gimme Field app. So this is going to be what you use inside of the office, and the Gimme Field app is what your drivers, supervisors, service techs use out in the field. And that field app works with all of those things, including OCS, markets, vending, and your service tech operations. All of that data syncs back in real time here, and you're able to see where your drivers are at, your service techs, all of that information right from this iPad screen. All of these visits came in just a few minutes ago, and so when the driver, you don't have to wait until the driver gets back in the warehouse. All they need to have is just basically a connection to a cellular tower, and you'll get that information right there so that you can start pre-kitting immediately and tracking all of those good time metrics. You can drill down a little bit into those visits. You can see that maybe there's an issue with that machine. There's a stock out. You might want to bump up your pars. You can see your meter and product over short and how well those machines are doing in kind of a stock like up and down. It's really just an easy way for you to get a handle on what's going on at your operation. When you take a look at products, you can see all of your products and you can map them out based on where they're located in your warehouse. So that way when you're doing your warehouse inventory, you can just go along with that and it's really easy to do. You can just follow along with your product mapping. You can have product families, and then these little bars here, you're able to set what your par is for the warehouse. And then it'll let you know when you need to make your next order and direct you right to the Vistar or the Frito-Lay page so that you can make that order right away and get the product you need. You're able to check on here and build your planograms. And we're also working on a way for you to service your micromarket planograms as well, and build the sections for your micromarket so that you can have better merchandising. Thank you.